Welcome back into Sports Connection. Joining us now is the Lady Raiders softball squad. We got Kenzie Upton, Addison Lee, Lydia Jones, and head coach Jennifer Brooks. Ladies, how are y'all doing today?
Good.
Great.
Thank you all for joining us. Coach Brooks, year 2 as the head coach. Just kind of talk about the roster of this team so far and how we're looking a couple weeks out from playing some softball.
Looking great. This group of this varsity team, I'm feeling a lot more, at peace with this team coming in. There's a lot more chemistry and flow with this team already here at the beginning and the few practices that we've had after getting our basketball girls back. And they're very focused and goal-driven, and I'm excited to get going.
The Raiders! It's softball. I can't believe it's already here. I know you just closed out basketball season, Lydia. Getting ready to sign with the Campbellsville University Tigers. I was a Tiger myself. Good stuff. What's like top of mind for you going into your last year as a Lady Raider?
I just want to make it to region and win district and just go out with a bang.
Absolutely, Addison. Been playing varsity softball for half of your life, it seems like. For you going into this final year, what are some of the goals you have set for you?
One of my goals is definitely winning district, and I hope to get a little more hits this year, just improve overall in general.
Kenzie, for you as well, final year. Looking at this season, looking back at last season, actually, what's something that you've taken from that you're like, all right, we started doing this, let's build upon this now as we head into this year?
We had a good shot at winning district last year, and we come again this year, and hopefully we win this year.
Coach, what are some of your goals that you've set for this year's Lady Raider team?
Here at the beginning of the season, our first home game opening is going to be getting into that 2A tournament against Logan County. Last year we were the regional champs for that and got to go into 2A state. I definitely want to try to get our team back there in that situation. I look forward to putting as many girls as I can in different opportunities to be successful, learning from them at practice and seeing what they're doing. This group of girls right here are really good at talking it up on the field, and we have several that are younger and learning, and I've noticed I'm not having to coach all the time with them because they're speaking up, they're talking to them. It's great having seniors out on the field.
Lydia, for you, Brian mentioned earlier, just got off the court basically, going into this, how difficult is it for you? I mean, you've been doing it for a while, but how difficult is it for you, if difficult at all, to, kind of transition and get into that mindset of coming off the court, now you're going on and playing softball?
Right. The loss that we had, it stings, and I think that just transferring that over into softball season just gives me that extra drive to just want to get ready to go and just get out on the field and win with my team.
Kenzie, what's something that in the off season that you're thinking, my senior year, I want to get better at blank?
I have big shoes to fill. Massenheimer played center field last year, and I've always played right field right next to her, so I'm hoping to fill her shoes and be as good as she is.
Great answer.
I mean, there's been a lot of great players from Warren East to come through. A lot of great players that play for Warren East right now. Coach, when you look at this region, it is, deep of teams. I've mentioned this earlier. Every single team that played in the region tournament all had 20-plus wins last year. When you look at this region and, you look at your schedule, how do you get the girls in the mindset of every game that we go out here, we're going to be playing against a tough team?
Right. One of our old coaches that used to be with us, she would always say, next pitch, so what, next pitch? So you can't live by, game by game in the sport of softball. You got to go one pitch at a time. Those outs are huge, leading off and getting those outs instead of letting us getting down in the count with people, them having people on the bases. And, pitching is huge, getting ahead in the count. But I think if we focus on doing those little things, then no matter who we play in the region, sometimes it comes down who's going to make that first mistake and that first error. And if we have enough practice and, determination behind every play, I think we'll come out good ahead in the region.
Every play matters, Coach. It really does. Every at bat. Lydia, all three of you girls, Addison, Kenzie, you're all leaders on this team. But Lydia, who are some of the younger underclassmen that are stepping up this year that you think are going to fill some of those gaps?
I think pitching, they've already had varsity experience, so I feel like stepping into that role, they should have no trouble, and this is just another year to add on. There are definitely some positions out on the field that need to be filled, and I feel like since I've just got back, we're seeing and testing out these opportunities to see who will fill the role the best.
Absolutely. Addison, for you, just, playing varsity since, 8th grade, right? Is that playing since 8th grade? This is going on your 6th year playing varsity softball. You've been through a lot, but what is something specifically that you wanted to work on going into your final season as you prepare to go off and play college softball as well?
I'm always trying to improve on everything, but I think this year my main goal is hitting. That's where I normally struggle and lack confidence, so that's what I'm hoping to improve on.
What's your favorite part about playing third base out there?
Definitely the hard hit balls coming at me. I like having no reaction, just get them out.
I mean, third base is a tough position
yeah.
to play. I mean, when I played it as a 10-year-old, I was scared of getting hit by the ball. So respect to you for being out there like that. Kizzy, playing that outfield, what's been, your favorite part so far playing with Warren East, and, what are you looking forward to this year?
Warren East has always been a great program, so it's great to be on this team and play for a program that we're proud of, that everyone's proud of.
Great stuff.
Coach, heading to the season here, obviously you all have expectations for yourself, but, when you look at this district and you look at this region, and like I said earlier, a lot of tough teams out there, when, you don't want to compare yourself to every team, but, sometimes you might, how do you keep the girls from, thinking about this team is better than us. Oh, this team, we're going to have a tough time against them. Being in that mental mindset of we can go out there and win any game that we can when we step out on this field.
Right, and I think it starts with, the leadership of the seniors when they cross that line. And it's not just the seniors, right now with the sophomores that'll be in the circle pitching, sophomore behind the plate, and then we have a new senior that's come out, Lawson Kennedy and Madison Lawson, his sisters come out, so we got another senior to step in there to take that role of, and they've been in these situations that are, lots of pressure. So having that and dealing with that and having that in their experience when it comes to playing these bigger teams and the loud crowd and, the down to one situation and it's whether, make the play or don't. I feel very confident in the experience that they're bringing with them, going back to even to 8th grade. All these girls have been playing so long, and I would put them up against anybody in the region. That confidence with them.
Absolutely. Lady Raiders stepping out there on the field. Yeah. Thank you all for joining us today, and good luck to you as we prepare for the season here in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere. More Sports Connection right after the break.